absolute beginner.
Hi, I'm going to show you a quick simple way of making wallpaper by putting a picture on your desktop which falls in between the icons on the screen and doesn't get obliterated. This is a picture of my little dog who unfortunately died in August of this year. So I've put her on my desktop without the icons being all over her. So the first thing we're going to do is to just check the size of your screen, and the simple way of doing that is just to right click anywhere on the desktop here and go Properties, and then the display pops up here. Just left click Settings, and down here you'll see it's 1024 by 768. Just make a note of that, write that down for a minute. Now while we're still in display properties, just left click on desktop and push this up here and go to the wallpaper and just go None. Highlight that and apply and click OK. All will make sense in a moment while we've just done that, but just do that so you've got your a blank colour with just the icons left. Right, now go and open up Photoshop. Now when you've done that, go up to File, New, and we want to set a new layer, and we're going to make it the size of the your screen, 1024 width by 768 pixels high, resolution 72, RGB colour 8-bit with a transparent background. Click OK. Now we want 2 further layers, so we want 3 layers altogether. So we'll come down the bottom of the layers palette here and we'll create a new layer, 1, and we'll create another one. So we've now got 3 layers. Okay, now let's minimize Photoshop and go back to the desktop here. While holding down the Control on your keyboard, press the print screen button and it'll take a snapshot of the desktop. Now we'll just go back and open up Photoshop, and I want you now to highlight the middle layer. That's layer 2 here. Just highlight the middle layer, and I want you to go back to your keyboard, press Control and V. Now you'll see that the layer 2, the middle layer, has a snapshot of your blank desktop, just showing the icons. You're probably thinking, why have I done that, the old fool? Will all become clear in a moment. Right, so what we want to do now is we're going to come across the layers palette, and I'm going to left click on the little eye so we cover up the picture of the desktop there. Now in the layers palette, I want you to come back down to layer 1, that's the bottom layer. Just highlight that. Now this is the layer that we're going to use as the background layer, so we can actually rename that, and we'll name that background. Okay, now I'm just going to make sure that's highlighted. I'm just going to make this a solid colour. You can actually put whatever you like in here. You can put a photograph, you can put whatever you want. This is just the background of the desktop before we put the photograph in, so you can put whatever you like here, but I'm just going to put a gradiented colour. So we come over to the toolbar here, left click, and I'm going to go gradient. You can just go paint bucket and put a solid colour if you like, but I'm going to go gradient. Okay, left click that, and up the top of the toolbar here we have the gradient editor. Right, and we've got the little tags here. I'm going to put my pointer in there and just left click it, and we can change the colours. So let's put a click on the blue. There we go, we have a blue there, and we can do the same OK that, I beg your pardon, OK that, and we can change this side. Right click, left click on the there, and the colour opens there. Let's left click on that, and now let's have, let's say, like that sort of colour. That looks pretty awful, doesn't it? That'll do. So now let's just OK that, and OK that again. Right, with the crosshairs at the top or at the bottom or wherever you want to actually put it, but I'm going to put it at the top here. I'm going to left click and just drag it down. The line comes down, and now it's filled with the background colour. Right, now let's import the photograph that you want to put on your desktop. In the layers palette, now highlight layer 3 at the top here. Come over to the file menu, and we're going to go left click place, pick the picture you want to put in on your desktop, highlight that, and then click place. Right, that's the picture placed in to the layer there, and on the, let's double left click that, come over here to the toolbar and just click the move tool, and then we can move it about the desktop there. Now the problem is we don't know where the icons are and where to place this on the desktop without it getting smothered with icons. This is where the layer here, layer 2 with the desktop snapshot, comes in handy. So just click on the eye to open up the, now we've got the desktop as was. Now we can move this about, and we can see if we had it there, it's going to be where the icons are. So we can now just left click on here, and we can move it about, and we can make it where we want it to go. You can position it exactly where you want it to go. Right, just click on the move tool and it will go place. So you left click place. Now I quite like actually to just give it a little bit of a tilt. That just looks a little bit better when you tilt it, in my opinion, and you can sort of bring it up there. Right, so now we know that this picture we've put on the desktop isn't going to be in the way of the icons. Right, so now we turn off the layer with the icons on. I'll just double click that first. So we're back to the new background with the picture. Now make sure you've turned off the layer with the icons, so it's looking like this. Now just simply come up here, File, Save for Web Device, left click that. I'm going to go 2 up here. You've got the original, just go 2 up. I'm just going to push that over here. Now I've got the settings here, JPEG quality set at 60. That's so it won't be too large a file to go onto the desktop. That should be okay. And we're just going to left click save. Little tip, save it on your computer if it's into My Pictures. So we'll save it in there, give it a title first obviously. We'll just save that. Okay, we'll minimize Photoshop. We'll go back to the desktop, right click, properties. Now find the new wallpaper that you've just put on in the list. Right, here it is, new wallpaper. Highlight that. Up it comes. Go apply and OK. Now you see we've just got our new wallpaper, and the icons are where they should be. They're not getting in the way of the picture, and it's as simple as that. Thanks for watching.
I'm an absolute beginner.